Yo, what up, DTMB? Squid back here again. Do another video like I told you guys I would. It's a little bit late in the weekend. I'm actually recording this at the very end of Sunday. So it's still the weekend. Technically, it's still the weekend. Just because I get it up later is not my fault. That's YouTube and Sony Vegas for rendering. But anyways, as you can see, I'm doing some T-Bolt gameplay here. I don't want to talk too long, so you guys can just check out the video and, make comments and say, Squid, you suck. And Squid, you're a douche. Squid, you're not any good. Squid, I hate you. Squid, you're a scrub. Squid, I'm going to get online and send you hate mail. Squid, I want to teabag you. Squid, I want to dance on you. I could keep going, as you could tell. But I did some T-Bolt gameplay here just because I kind of wanted to cover it. I kind of wanted to go over it. I've really kind of jumped into it, into the T-Bolt, that is. I've got infatuated with the sniper, or the sniper class, or the idea of that since Unreal Tournament and Rogue Spear, back at the beginning of my competitive gaming days, where I don't know, it's just like I had a knack for it. I mean, I've had a decent amount of handgun and, rifle and weapons training, so on and so forth, and I don't know, maybe it's just transferring from that because of the patience. I don't know. I don't know what it comes from. Reflexes something. I don't know. But I really enjoy it. I mean, 80% of my kills on Bad Company 2 on either of my PSN names are all majority of SV98 kills and other kills like the M40 or the M23A1 or whatever. But that was all thanks to Russian Badger. So Russian if you're or Badger, or Darius C Badger if you're watching, it's all because of you, buddy. I'm kidding. The big thing is that I kind of wanted to lay down how I go about using the T-Bolt. The first thing is, I just kind of picked it up once a couple times. It was actually because of Triple Reg's video. And I was like, I think I could do that. Yeah, I think I could do that. I mean, not obviously the jumping like mid-air, blind fire shot. But, some of the shots he pulled off, I was like, I think I could pull off some of those shots. So, I jumped into the idea of being able to position myself in the right area. I know I've harped on this a lot, but it's one of those things like you can't just fart around with that. I mean, you're really handicapped when it comes to using the sniper rifle because obviously you can only do so much with it. It's more of a long-range weapon. If you get close-range kills with it, and 90% of the time you're lucky. It's not so much about skill. It's just putting, I guess, being in the right place at the right time. But positioning is very important. I really try to put myself in the right area. Like you can see in a museum, I tend to hang around the tin roof only because the bell tower is kind of a claustrophobic area, and it's a lot easier to get nadated, rushed up on, so on and so forth. You think that the tin tower or the tin roof is a little more open and that is susceptible for people jumping up on you, but you can tend to hear those people coming up after you. You just pay attention, focus on where your teammates are at. If you're sitting in an area too long, it might be time to relocate. That's probably the smartest idea. That's usually what the idea of a sniper is anyways. You don't want to stay in the same spot the whole game unless you're getting hot and you know where the spawns are coming from. So, as you can see, like a museum, like I said, I stick on that roof, and on facility or Syria, I tend to stick on the corners of the map just for the fact that I can cover more of the areas around me. It doesn't have to be a high or low area. I just have to be able to see majority of the map in front of me and or hear based on where the spawns are. So that's important. And before I even talk about this, like the T-Bolt itself or using it, you also have to have a lot of patience. You got to be patient using this weapon. It's not something you can just jump into and start firing off rounds because you got to think about it. It's not a it's not a bunny hop, goof around kind of thing. I mean, some people could pull it off, but it's not very likely. And I'm talking to, the everyday guy here, or everyday girl who wants to use that, I guess, that power weapon. So patience is very important. You got to keep yourself, as not strafing as possible, because if you don't know how to lead the shot, you don't know how to arc it, or so on and so forth, or the wash from the bullet, you're gonna do very well with it. So be patient, stick yourself in the right area, use it as callouts. It's not just about getting kills with that thing. You're using a long-range weapon to tell people where. I mean, I'm not saying that the gun's gonna do it for you, but do it the old-fashioned way. Let your teammates know where they are and what's going on, and try to help them out. But the big thing is What I usually tend to do, and I've done this with almost all snipers, is you have to kind of learn the sniper first of all before you can just assume what it's going to be doing and where you're going to be putting the shot at. I tend to lead about 2 to 3 steps in front of the person at an angle. When I say angle, that means I put it at a high or low status based on where the character is going, and or the target, or where the target is going, and you know, their next steps. You got to predict a little bit. I mean, sometimes it's not always going to work because you got some really dumb players or just players who just don't really know what they want to do, and you're gonna get frustrated with that, but you just gotta let it go. But predicting the shot, try to get an idea of what this player's doing. One of the things I do often is I memorize players and their paths and their styles within the first 30 seconds of the game. I know exactly how you play and what you're going to do, so I tend to predict based off that. And depending on your character, unless there's like a 50 million Drakes, I'm going to end up forgetting that. But, you know, if I can see your name and I know what's kind of going on in that area, that's usually what I base it off of. But I kind of pull my shot. Like when I get in front of the person, I pull back at the last second. It tends to always work for me. It's just one of those things you have to learn based on the game. But, you know, it's kind of you know, trial by error kind of thing. You just got to figure it out. You got to push yourself to limit and decide that, okay, this is what I want to do. These areas. I got some pretty good shots in here. Yes, some of them are lucky. I'll be honest. You know, one of those pull shots I got. You know, I literally had a millisecond to decide. And, you know, it worked out for me in some cases. In some cases, you know, I shot a guy and then ended up getting killed. But, you know, I did my job. I'll trade 1 for 1 as long as, you know, I'm not put myself or put my teammates in a bad situation. Sorry I keep yawning. I'm just losing my mind right now. But, for the most part, but this leads me to a concept that I wanted to talk about again so you guys can remember. Send me some of your videos. I want to break down your gameplay. If you got T-Bolt questions, send me a T-Bolt video. I want to talk about your video and be like, bam, here's what you did great. Here's some things you can work on, but this is all the things you did great. I like to be positive. I like to stay positive, so I'm always going to end with the positive notes. I just want to get the bad stuff out of the way. You know, if you're making mistakes here, you make a... And the thing is, I want to be honest, because I like to coach it up. I like to break down that film. I like to do those kind of things, so give me a shot. I want to check out your videos and you know, post some stuff up in here, so it'd be like, bam, this guy's really good. You guys should team up with him. You know, like I said, not a lot of people get a lot of coverage. You know, I feel like I'm growing every day. Geez, 139 subscribers in September. I feel like that's a good thing. That's 139 people I'm brought, and you know, a good amount of those people are Battlefield people. But hey, you never know. They could, you know, they could have friends or different people around the area that want to play. But for the most part, some of your videos, you can send them to me. You know, just get on PSN and hit me up at Squid, SQUIIDX. Go to Twitter. It's just Squid. Hit me up on Skype. You know, it's just SquidX again, same IIX, and I'll be all over the place. Just find me, and you know, like I said, I've got a lot of videos coming out the next however many days, as fast as my computers will render them. Put it that way, and then YouTube allows me to put them up. But hope you guys enjoy your pre-Christmas week. Hope you've got all your shopping out of the way and you guys stay safe. And I will catch up with you guys here again soon with another video. And hope you guys enjoy it. Take it easy. Peace.